What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister Darby.
What's up?
My brother Derek. What's up? Yeah, I guess. And our friend Dan.
What's going on?
And welcome to 3D Rivals at the Bar.
At the bar. At the bar.
As for the next 4 weeks, we'll be going over lawyer movies.
Legal thrillers.
Legal thrillers.
That's
Yeah.
what I figured.
Yeah.
I was like, at the bar? Then
Yeah.
watch The Firm? Yeah, it must be
Yeah.
the bar.
You didn't ask any questions when I sent that message.
I did not. I didn't want to look stupid.
You're like, why are we at the bar? But we also are enjoying some drinks. So
Yes.
it's a double entendre.
Yes, that
Yes.
is why. That's why we came up with it.
Yeah.
So there will be a signature drink as we talk about our legal movie.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we're sipping
I dig
on
it.
old fashions today.
Old fashioned.
Old fashioned as we go for the old fashioned movie from 1993's The Firm.
Did it feel like a 90s?
Man, I thought
Man.
it was like 88 or something because this definitely felt like a movie from the.
It's close.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
93 is pretty close
It's
to
basically
it.
the
close.
same year.
It ain't far from it.
Yeah.
Man, was I feeling it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like somewhere in there, this is a good movie. It's just, I feel like it had a lot of problems that a lot of 80s. I put 80s, but you guys told me it was from 93.
All right.
Because I just feel like the pacing is a little bit slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit too long.
Mhm.
And the suspense isn't suspenseful enough.
Yes.
Like, it's
And
like,
like this, it was, that joint was really anticlimactic. I'm like, for real.
it's like the little,
Yeah.
like piano music that they play when they talk
Oh,
about
that the
like,
music. I was going because the music I usually listen to the music in the movie.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt every bit of its like 30 years of age.
Yeah.
like, I'm about to mute this and I'm just gonna add my own like, lyrics or something.
So, yeah, well, okay. we mentioned a few things. So the story is we have Tom Cruise, who was Mitch McDeary.
Mhm.
McDeary?
McDear?
McDear.
McDear.
Just because it ends in an E, it's not McDeary.
You don't have to
it's
pronounce it.
dear.
Whatever.
English language has a lot of silent E's.
So it was Mitch McDear, and he got hired by a new law firm,
Mm-hmm.
and then some weird stuff is happening around him. So that's the basic plot, and
Mhm.
then his family ends up in trouble because of it, and he's got to figure out a way out.
Yeah.
That he does. That he does.
That is, that's the general plot.
Yeah.
I don't know any. Oh, Gene Hackman was in this.
Gene Hackman. There's
Gary,
a lot of.
Busey.
Busey.
Holly Hunter was the secretary. The
Gary
Seems
Busey's girl?
familiar.
yeah,
Or-
his second, his girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
and
who was Tom Cruise's wife? What was her name?
Jean Triplehorn?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no idea who she
What
was.
her name?
I seen her
She's
in a bunch of
in
stuff. She's in a
Basic Instinct.
She is not in Basic.
Yes, she is.
As who?
She was his girlfriend. Michael Douglas' girlfriend.
Because she looked familiar.
I mean, she.
Yeah, so he's
stuff.
she is the one that he cheated on
Oh,
Sharon with Sharon
okay.
Stone.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's the trope of her character, I guess.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. And she also was on 3 seasons of Criminal Minds as an investigator.
Okay, thank you. I'm like, I know I've seen her in something else. It was Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not definitely from Basic Instinct.
Well, when you Google her name, it's the first movie that's mentioned.
Well, that's not what I'm gonna remember because I was too young when I saw that movie.
All right. Good enough.
I think the acting was all right in this movie. Everybody did a good job.
Who do you like?
Tom Cruise, for one.
Really? He was Tom Cruise.
He was one of them. Yeah, it's Tom Cruise, but there was a lot of there was a couple scenes where I'm like, the acting from him could have been better.
Oh, okay.
And who else? Oh yeah, his wife, Abby.
Oh,
Abby.
I felt like she was a little too naive, a little bit. You know what I mean?
At first, it seemed like she wasn't that naive because she was like, hey, this is a little weird. You know what I'm saying? They talk about, they promote children and
Yeah.
this, that, and the other. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
she's
so
like,
she.
This is weird. I don't know about this. And then at the end, but see, that's why I was just like, I'm out. Like, I told you these people was weird.
Mm,
And you ain't listen to me. And now you got me involved with the mob and killer lawyers. I'm out. You on your own.
Yeah, she wasn't not though. She was riding even after he was riding. I guess he was getting ridden.
We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about it.
So many thoughts.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, I thought you had good acting around the board.
You know what I think? I think there was a lot of characters in this movie that didn't get fully developed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah, give me one of them.
I want to say just about every lawyer not named Avery.
True.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, Avery was
Like,
definitely.
cause like Lamar,
the
like
main-
Lamar was supposed to be his friend, but we hardly even seen him.
Mhm.
And shout out to white guys named Lamar.
Hey, I mean, you don't see that a lot,
Yeah.
but yeah.
You had Royce McKnight as well.
Oh my, okay. Yeah. Well, I guess so. I didn't really think about that till now. I'm like, oh yeah.
I didn't either. But I mean, it's not what in 2024. It's not what you normally see.
It's not. It
True
probably
enough.
started off as like, you know, it then somehow morphed into a name that only black people have.
I guess so. It was like, you know what? It doesn't really fit you.
No. Oh my god.
Let's try
Okay.
this
All right.
person.
All right. We mentioned the music, which yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Yeah.
But all right, let me talk about the movie a little bit. So we start off with him getting the offer from the firm.
Which is way more than anyone else was offering anybody.
Yeah, he
20%
gets
more, to be exact.
$93,000 in '93
Yeah.
with a 5% increase and a free car,
Yep.
Mhm. Number 6.
a low interest mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of other perks,
Furnished
And
home.
they-
They furnished the home.
They furnished the home and they end up paying off his student loans.
and paying off
Yeah.
his student loans. That's a kind of a crazy offer.
Yeah.
I get they were saying he was in high demand, so like maybe if they're like, look, we just want to beat out the law firms in New York and whatnot. But
But-
man, that's woo
That's
boy,
just because you
That's
don't never
deep.
know. Like someone could be the top of their class and end up being a bad worker.
yeah.
It could be.
You know,
But-
like how many first round draft picks turned out not to be anything?
But he did kind of show a little bit of his skill
I
when
mean,
it came to that
yeah,
offer.
but-
He went through his little spiel to kind of figure out what the offer was without opening the envelope. I thought that was pretty cool.
That
Yeah.
was cool, but then even then, that doesn't that throw you red flags to figure out they were willing to bribe people to figure out what the highest offer was so that they can offer him more. That
Mm-hmm.
already tells you what kind of firm this is.
But it's
That should've
flattery
been,
though,
like,
ain't it?
Red.
Ain't that flattery?
Yeah,
And for people in law
If
school.
if I'm him, I might have questioned at that point, but doesn't mean I didn't accept the offer. Here's when I would back away. Okay, because they threw up way too many flags early on.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're way too controlling. There has been one woman in the entire firm.
Yep.
Well,
No single people.
yeah,
Everybody in the firm is married. No,
No one- no
divorcees.
divorce.
You know, divorces.
Yeah.
They he actually said we allow the wives
women
to work.
and they
Using the
encourage
word
them to
allow.
have kids.
Children.
Yeah, I had that too, encouraging children. I'm like, yo, wait, I think you way too far into my personal business
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
And didn't his wife say that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she told him that
Yeah,
about
she
the
did.
kids and stuff like that. But he
Yeah.
was like, no, these are nice people. These are nice people. Nice
No,
people.
no.
Not necessarily.
No, I'm talking about they don't forbid it. I'd have been like, hold on, what?
They don't.
Right.
How can they forbid anything?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and the lady,
Like-
she never explained that. She was like, "Wait, why wouldn't it be
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
allowed?" Like, but she never,
Yeah.
went into that.
yeah. So I
Uh,
looked up the rate of inflation because I wanted to know.
Right?
Yeah, 207,000.
Out of school.
You know what? I might deal with some murderous lawyers.
No.
Because I was like in 1996, 1993, $96,000 had to be a lot.
Mhm.
Well, he said comparatively at that time, it was like 150.
Yeah,
Like
it was
compared
like
to-
it was compared.
And
If
it
they
was in
stayed in New
Tennessee.
York,
Mm-hmm.
if they stayed in New York City, it'd be 150.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're right. They were in Tennessee, which
Mhm.
means that money goes a long way.
Memphis, Memphis,
Mhm.
Tennessee.
I mean, can you imagine being 26, 27 with 200K?
Yeah.
I can
I mean,
Be nice.
be a nice life,
Mm-hmm.
especially in that
I'm sorry,
around
y'all
that
won't be able to
time.
tell me nothing.
So, but those are some real flags. I might not have been there after some of those things
You
were
know
said.
what though? But there's another thing that it's like they went after a certain type of person,
Mhm.
and his personality has something to do with because he was from a poor family. Like they said, like he grew up in a trailer park. his mom, I think, is an alcoholic. His brother is in jail. So they went after someone who would, because he wanted the money so bad to not have the life that he grew up with, to overlook all of those things that initially we'd be like, hold up, what? Because I like you, I start writing down, I'm like, no kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so wait. Did they know about his brother? Because I thought that
No,
they said he didn't mention it in
they
the
didn't know
initial
about
interview.
his brother, but they knew about the rest of his background.
Okay.
So like that ambition alone, because like his wife was telling him like, I don't care about the money,
Yeah.
but he was so obsessed with it. That's how you get roped in.
Yeah.
True enough.
That is how you get roped in. I'm going to talk about how we get roped out in a second, but first I wanted to mention, you guys mentioned it was like it was a furnished home. I just had to put this down here. That furniture was ugly.
Okay.
That was some ugly
You gotta
furniture.
look at who it's
Nah.
coming from.
Nah, in 1993 that was ugly. That was some
But
ugly
did you
furniture.
see the brand new car though?
I mean, think about it. Oh, I meant to look up what they
Now that I let go because it was in '93. It's not like they can't get a modern car.
Yeah. I was like,
That is true.
that car ugly.
The car is probably cold in like.
At
It
that
probably
time, yeah.
was,
You see the headlight wipers?
Oh my god.
I could look up like, is there an equivalent today of that Mercedes?
I don't know.
Yeah, because that was a
Was that an S?
not an S, nah. I looked it up too, and I wrote it down.
Because I
and
wanted to look it up to see like, I figured like if the car looks good today, then in 1993 it was cold.
It's not an A or E.
Well, those are your only options. You said it wasn't an S.
It wasn't an S. It could have been a C though.
Oh,
They
they
gotta
ain't
give
give
him
him
a
no
C.
C-class
Come
bands.
on.
The coupe, the what's it called? Coupe. I forgot what it's called though.
Why would they give him that? That's like anybody can get one of those.
In the '93,
They're not giving him no C class.
I feel like they would.
So I'm thinking not the equivalent to an AMG.
No, I
Nah.
don't think they
Definitely
definitely.
not.
Well, if it's not an AMG, it's a C class.
All right, look, they gave him a Mercedes. Either way, they furnished the house with ugly furniture.
I mean, it was that's that basement furniture like that.
Because like the
Furnished
condo
basement.
furniture wasn't ugly, so y'all can't go no oh it's 1993
But judging by the department that they came from, everything's better. 'Cause that apartment was trash. Like there was a
apartment
toilet.
was-
There was a toilet at the table.
Okay.
Like it was one of the seats. Like so, anything outside of that is better.
Like I get y'all living, times is hard, but throw some paint on the walls and stop playing these games.
Yeah, them walls was not well painted.
Yeah,
You can see the cracks in them and
Just come on.
paint chipping and all that.
Mm.
Had a fancy meal though. But yeah, that bathroom was right there.
Yeah.
All right,
Every
so
time they had that angle, I'm like, that
Yeah, I can
toilet's
do.
right there.
I cannot deal with that.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I
either.
cannot deal with that.
I mean, it's probably New York apartments like that for real
First
though.
of all, they were
Yeah,
in
it
Boston. They were in Boston.
Were they in Boston?
yeah,
They were in Boston.
they're in
It's
Boston.
a Harvard.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
right. Okay.
yeah.
All right, so then he goes to I'm forgetting the country.
The Caymans.
The Cayman,
Cayman Islands,
the
yeah,
Cayman
Cayman
Islands. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, so they travel to Caymans to meet with a client. And here's where I would be roped out. Like this would be there's no chance DJ would be further along in this at this point. They're having a meeting with the client, and then Avery mentions he's like, some of our other clients in Chicago, they wouldn't want you to change lawyers or whatever just because they don't want their business being known by other people. Yo, bro. And then later on he asked Avery, who's in Chicago? Bro, I don't need to know who's in Chicago, okay? The way y'all were talking, I'm like 100% I'm out. I don't care. I don't want to know. I'm not going any further. I'm done. Goodbye. That is it. I don't want to be anywhere near
But
this
look at the
because
demeanor-
it's some shady-ish going on,
Look at the
okay?
demeanor of the client.
Right.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna think? Like, oh yeah, this guy probably owns like a manufacturing bit. Like, no,
Right.
no.
Like he's up to no
he's
good.
clearly like part of the crime family. Or something
Yeah,
like
there's some criminal
That's his
stuff
demeanor.
going on. It ain't gotta be a mob or anything like that. Whatever's going on, I don't want to be a part of
that. I
it.
want no parts.
So I 100% would have been gone at that point.
I agree.
Yep, I agree. Like it was just too many questions. Then you see the locked room with all the boxes and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, just
I mean, you know what was stupid about that scene?
The beer bottle.
Yes.
Yeah.
He broke the beer bottle. First of all, dude, the Avery he's not far away. I don't know why he's moving so slow
Moving
Yeah.
so
to
slow,
discover
man.
all this stuff. You see the boxes, close the door back and
Yeah.
move, but he accidentally broke the beer bottle.
Which breaks way too easily.
Yeah, and then because he just knocked it over.
Mhm.
But his way of getting away with it is to push it under the door.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Like, how does nothing come of that? Because
Yeah.
Avery would come back to the Caymans.
Yeah,
and be like,
later on, be like,
There's
yo,
a broken beer bottle in here.
what is this?
I
I
thought
didn't-
something was
Right.
going to come
Nothing
of
comes
that.
of that.
Nothing.
Just
No mention at all.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Was super weird.
that was off to me.
It was
Yeah.
super
And
weird.
like you said, like this guy, like he's putting his shirt on. That's gonna take 30 seconds. And
Mhm.
you're like,
Flipping through all the
I'm like,
boxes,
look, we don't have time to
looking
do
at
this.
all the papers.
Just ridiculous.
And
Yeah,
so,
we
and
get
then
into
I'm like, why push it under the door? Close the door back, and then just let Avery catch you sweeping up a broken beer bottle.
Hmm.
I dropped it. There's not a big question about what happened with that. Is he gonna be like, why'd you drop it near that door? Well, it's next to the fridge. It's right next to the fridge. It's not unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know what that whole extravagant story was
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That was
hey, I
pretty
dropped the
dumb.
bottle. Oh well, give me another one.
And the next thing in the Caymans that I had a problem with was the beach lady.
Okay.
Man.
That doesn't make any sense, right?
Zero
Oh.
sense. Okay, to start things off, he's getting like hit on by this girl, right? And he's like, no, what you think is gonna happen is not gonna happen, right? And then he walks away.
Mhm.
And then he's walking on the beach, sees a girl being accosted by another man, and he doesn't even save her.
He
No.
just stared. I
He's
was
just
like,
he's just
"Bruh."
there, and the guy runs away.
The guy runs away.
And
He
then
didn't even run. He just walked.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then that girl he ends up sleeping with because what? I don't understand. What was the difference?
It-
The vibe was right.
It was way too
All
easy.
she-
There was no vibe.
It was
Sure
way
it
too
was.
easy.
She
I
said,
It
was-
was way
"You
too
made me
easy.
feel safe. I feel safe with you. Stay here for me for a
yes.
little bit longer."
Tell me I make you feel safe. That's it. Oh
What do you
goodness.
feel?
He was in shock
Because
at that
he didn't
point.
save your life.
He
Right.
didn't.
He
He
didn't.
waited till it
Well,
was
she
done.
they did point
So
out
it
later
was
on
safe for
she
him
was
to
a plant.
approach.
Well, yes, but plant or no plant, why did he sleep with her?
That's why I was like,
Yeah.
him sleeping
had
with her, I feel like was
no
way
reason.
It
too
didn't make any
easy.
sense.
So she overpowered
Especially
him.
after he just turned the other girl down.
Yeah, like the fact that she was easy, okay, fine. But he had, like, I was just thinking, like, but why are you sleeping with her right now?
Yeah, because I'm like, if it was that easy for you to sleep with the girl on the beach, then why didn't you sleep with the
No,
girl
the
at
other
the
girl.
party? I don't
Yep.
understand.
Yep.
She wasn't in distress.
Because it wasn't like I don't know. It wasn't like some crazy situation came up where like you're all heated in a
Right.
situation with this girl now, right? No, you guys were just on the beach and she pulls your hands to her blouse and
Yeah.
doesn't let you take her
But
right
like,
away.
And you
and
pull your
then
hand
I just feel
away.
like,
And then she brings her hand,
at
his
this
hand
point,
back.
the stuff between him and Abby is all good. Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't-
yeah, they didn't have no issues.
Yeah,
no
they didn't have any
issues.
issues
Like, it
going
didn't
on.
make any sense. Like, why are you doing this right now?
Because they needed it to happen for the movie, but it made no sense. I was like, I don't see him cheating here, honestly.
No.
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 There was like that was way too easy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you could have had her be like naked in his bed or something like that. That would have been more
You were
believable.
better off framing him.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
drugging him, have him wake up with a naked girl, and he'd be like, "Did I do this?"
Yeah, like they did with Denzel Washington and Ricochet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're gonna ricochet.
Because it was just, it was a hilarious
that
movie.
movie is wild.
It was hilarious. Like,
But
Denzel, you went for this role? All right. Good enough.
Hey, he was trying to get his career off the ground.
I guess so.
Yeah. So that would to me, I was like, that was just not believable.
It wasn't.
But okay, so he cheats on his wife for some reason.
Mhm.
Again, I mean, if you didn't just show the scene with him turning the other girl down, maybe I would have believed it more.
Yeah.
But
Show
like,
him being like someone like Avery, who's just really just loose.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
oh
Like-
yeah, like have scenes with him looking at other girls
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Nothing about his character shows that this guy is the
Mhm.
kind of guy who's like looking at other women.
Mhm.
For him to meet a random girl on the beach, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like it's as if this girl was his weakness or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. They didn't show any weaknesses in him up to this point.
Right.
So once that happened, I was like, okay, so he wraps your ankle up and You pull his hand towards you and everything. Now you've
Yeah.
got him. I don't understand it. Like,
Yeah.
it don't make sense. But he went for it. And that
Yeah.
sand has their body imprints in it to this day, I'm sure. But it's like, yeah, why though?
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah. So yeah, that happens. But this is when things start really going downhill for him, right?
Mhm.
So found out that the firm is a law firm for the mob in Chicago,
Mhm.
right? And some lawyers have been dying, right?
Yeah,
And
basically anyone who tries to leave the firm dies.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you got the FBI trying to get him to be a snitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, yo, FBI, you're not making this compelling at all.
No, like
Because you're like, well, if you don't snitch, you're gonna go to jail with everyone else. But if I do, what
Well,
you're gonna put
what's
me
gonna
in?
happen?
He said it. You're gonna put me in witness protection, and then I die eventually in a car bomb.
right, because everyone's been dying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you threatening me right now is not helping.
Right. And at that point, he didn't realize that that blonde guy with the blue hair. At that point, he didn't know that, right?
No,
No.
That was
no.
later.
That didn't like. I'm like FBI. I'm a lawyer. I didn't commit any crime. So while you might want to sweep me up with everyone else, you have nothing on me.
Right.
Right.
And
You
he
make
said
it-
that too. He's like, hey, I ain't do nothing, and you know that.
Yeah. So
Well, they were like, yeah, but we can make it. Which I mean, yeah,
They
they
can.
can.
Yeah.
They can. But then it's like, but yo, like, how is this the way you go about this, FBI? Because how does that doesn't move me to do anything? Now you put me in between a rock and a hard place. Like there's nothing for me to do. Like both options are bad. You should make your option good to make it more compelling for me to do it.
Yeah, and then on top of that is like what you asked me to do is like I'll get this barred for. Like you work very hard to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're asking me to go against everything I spent the last 6 years working towards to be debarred, which means I would never be a lawyer again.
Right.
To do this, and like you're not even making it compelling for me.
Right.
Like I'd be like I'm out, which is why he was just like I'm not helping y'all do nothing.
Right. And even afterwards.
Also,
he
I'm like,
talked
I
to,
don't know. I'm more afraid of being killed by the mob than
Yeah.
going to
him
jail.
going to jail. Yeah. But
I,
dude,
like-
what's his name? Howie Mandel. He told him
How we Ed
about
Harris.
how.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Howie Ed Harris.
Yeah, him. But he had mentioned his brother. He was like, hey, your brother got parole coming up. You know what I'm saying? Those can go either way. And it's like if the mafia found out, connect you to him, you know what I'm saying? They're going to do something to him while he's in prison. And that's kind of how he got him to come back. Because he was like, hey, testify against these guys in open court. And then, I'm going to be vulnerable. Like, you out of your mind? And then he brought up his brother. So he's like, oh, man, what I got to do? That's how he, roped him back in. So now he's trying to keep his brother out of
Yeah.
out of here.
I would like to think the FBI is a little more. I would like to think.
Woo! Yeah, I would like to think that too.
I don't
but
think so.
I also like to be real. So
Well, they were absolutely atrocious in this
They
movie.
were.
Yeah,
they
they
were
were-
just dumb and weird. It just didn't make it. Like his first meeting with them, right?
Mhm.
They
At the-
sit
at the
across from
restaurant?
him at the restaurant at the
Oh
diner.
yeah,
And I was just like, what was that?
yeah.
Mhm.
You work at so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of lawyers been dying there. Let's get our sandwiches.
yeah,
to
let's
go.
get our sandwiches.
Yeah.
To go. Look at all those sandwiches to go. Like, who are you guys? But it was like okay, it's
Weird.
about to be one.
Yeah, I
of
was
the
like, that was the most weirdest FBI interchange.
and that dude with that hair, man. Like, whoa. Whew. I'm like, all right, well, it is the '90s, early '90s, so I'm like, all right, I guess that's still acceptable. But it was like, yeah, y'all some jerks, man. But he got him back later though, which was pretty good. But yeah, Howie Mandel was, whew, he was
Get his Ed Harris.
he was a jerk.
Yeah, Howie
Howie
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a jerk though,
Mhm.
Yeah,
big time.
I feel like he is in every movie.
Mhm.
Ed Harris?
Mhm.
Yes, Ed Harris been in a ton of things.
Yeah. No, I said that he's a jerk in every movie he has been in. I feel like he has.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Kind of the role he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of them actors that always plays
Yeah.
the same type of role.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to agree to that.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Not out loud.
now Mitch finds out, his house is bugged. They're basically monitoring your every move. And then at this point, it's a bit too late, right? You
Mhm.
can't get out, especially since the FBI talked to you.
Right.
And he went to a PI guy, which they killed immediately.
That was fast. It's like,
That's
okay,
what's
like it's not funny, but it's like, yeah. As soon as he started asking questions, they got rid of him quick.
Yeah, well, but this is before he even knew they were working he was working for the mob.
Mm.
He's just like, why are these lawyers dying? And he wanted the PI to kind of look into it. And
Mhm.
then he just got murdered immediately.
Right away. He's like shooting this dude, and it was like these bullets were just meaningless. Like, oh, okay, fine. I'll pow, ow.
Well,
Okay,
I
fine.
think he was just
Like-
he wasn't shooting him to kill yet. He was
Yeah.
shooting him.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
he's
he's trying to
you're
get him to
still
talk.
getting shot.
Hey,
With
he's
bullets.
probably been shot before,
He definitely had been shot before, and also
Yeah,
I'm with him.
like-
I'm with him. Like, look, I know what you guys are. You're gonna kill me anyway.
Mhm.
So, like, threatening me by shooting me in the leg first isn't gonna make me tell you the truth. Like,
That's another-
I'm gonna die. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, then kill me. I'm not about to do what you want.
It's like he was ignoring them shots like they were just not bullets. But they were shooting them with like water balloons or
Hey,
something.
yo, he
like
did
that.
get the
Like,
one with his
Yeah.
under
he
table
got
gun.
that. He got that leg pretty good.
Yeah.
He got that leg pretty good. Like old girl was under there like, oh, hope they don't shoot the desk because she'd be done at that point.
Yeah, his secretary was hiding under the desk.
Mhm.
And
Because
so-
she was like, why was she down there? Like, oh yeah, that's right. Okay,
Um,
I do some service.
well, she was above the desk first,
and then
and
She was.
when they came in the,
She
the room,
was.
she
She
hid
hid
under the
under
desk.
the
she was
desk.
on her way down there though.
So she was pivotal to the rest of the movie, helping out Mitch,
Yes.
Yeah, she was.
which was pretty good
Mm-hmm.
because she was on the same hook as he. Like, if they found her, she was dead.
Yeah,
So-
basically.
They was looking for her anyway because when they came in, they
It's
asked
like,
where
yeah,
your
where's
secretary at. You're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, she
Which-
out.
Don't you search that office?
I would think so.
Yeah,
Like, when
those
you leave the room-
enforcers were real dumb. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
weren't
like,
good.
They
you
don't.
search the office. Like, this man didn't give you the information you're looking for. I would assume that this information is somewhere in this office.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Search it.
Yeah, they just.
Well,
left.
I mean, they made a lot of noise with the shootout.
True enough, but it was so late. Like I don't think he was the only one there.
Yeah, and then, I mean, that office, that guy was probably, like, in the hood. Ain't no one's calling that in.
I didn't think about that, but they probably
Yeah.
probably not in the uppity neighborhood.
Yeah.
So yeah,
like,
they hear gunshot, they probably ignore it.
Think about it. You search the office, you find the secretary, she's dead. This movie's over.
Yeah,
True enough, because he needed her.
Mhm.
you definitely need her. Yeah. So then Mitch finally tells his wife, like, okay, yeah, this is a mob thing, and basically we got to figure out a way out of this.
Mhm.
After
'Cause
he
you,
told
you know,
her.
you got the FBI on me, and anything I do can potentially get us, murdered by the mob.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at the beginning of the movie, like we knew, like they didn't know yet. But like when they had those guys in the room, they were like, yeah, she made 2 phone calls, one to her parents
Right.
and one to the school.
Yeah, to the school.
To the school.
Yeah.
So like they knew about that. So I'm like,
yeah.
okay, so they bugged her phone.
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
And,
they
yeah.
monitoring her phone calls?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, they were.
Yeah, so they're like, okay, we got to keep an eye on her or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, okay, something going left here. So like we knew, but they didn't know at that point.
Yeah.
And then the dude pulls up the security, was what he was called, like the stocky dude, the stocky ball dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He pulled up. He was like, hey, I know the FBI contacted you or whatever. We just want to holler at you. Like, I already told him everything. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna take long. And then old boy with the long hair and the blue eyes hopped out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, hop in and take a ride. And they showed him
Yeah.
the photos.
The photos of
Yeah.
him and
Him.
Beach Lady.
Yeah, rolling
Yeah.
around with Saint Barbara.
Like, the FBI might show your wife this.
Yeah.
I didn't
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
that scene because, like, the way he was like, maybe she goes out and get her catalog, the sharper image.
Yeah, the sharper image.
Sharper image.
Sharper image.
I'm like, man, this is old. But
And he's like, not just regular intercourse, but oral and whatnot.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so weird.
I'm like, man, guy.
Yeah.
But so eventually, basically, he has to admit to his wife that he cheated.
Yeah.
Right.
At that point, if I'm Abby, I'm out because again.
Well,
like,
no, at this point, you don't know if she leaves, if that means she's dead. Like, cause it could. There are no divorcees at the firm. They
But what are you
set
saying?
that
She
up.
doesn't know that, or he?
No, you're so Derby. Darby.
Darby.
Darb over here.
Darb.
Darbro. But she was saying she would be out, and I'm like, yeah, that could just end up getting you both killed.
Right.
True.
It could
True
be
that.
because they were saying like, oh, she's leaving him.
Mhm.
So like, but my thing is, if I'm her, I'd have been like, I warned you about these people. I said I didn't like it. What are you looking at?
I was centering it on the lines because I'm weird like that.
Oh, on the little
He
grain.
was looking
Yeah,
like there
grain.
was a fly in there or something.
He was looking like
He's
something
probably looking
was
through
in
it, through it to see when it was centered. It was perfectly centered. I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
Okay, so I'd have been like, I warned you about these people. I said I didn't want no part of them. You was like, no, let's do it anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Our relationship is already beginning to be strained, and because I'm telling you, I don't care about the money, and you're like, I want to give you everything, and I'm like, I don't care.
And
So
he's
you-
working all the
You're
time.
working more and
Yep.
more and more. Then you tell me, not only did you cheat on me, but with some random girl on a beach who you don't,
even know her
name.
Like he should have made up. Like I would have made up a name or something. I'm like, yeah, Francesca.
Right? And I feel like that's worse. That's worse than like
Yeah, if you don't even know her name.
to cheat on
Yeah,
me with
because then it doesn't matter to you. You can just
Yeah.
go with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yes, just anyone, some random girl off the street.
Mhm.
And I've been like, how's that supposed to make me feel?
Yeah, like so now I actually got to worry about like the girl that walked past our house. Are you?
Yeah, you about to go
Yeah,
lay in
and now
that?
you're telling me like the mafia could be after us, the firm is after us, and now you just with some random woman just because.
Yeah.
That's a bad look. That's the point where like a little lie would probably kind of help a little bit. Like just throw a name out there, be like, oh yeah, she been in and out of the office for a little bit. Like don't just make it like
we've been working
just
late,
random.
You know, one thing led to another,
And here we are.
something.
you know,
Not
be like,
just random girl on the beach.
yeah, just ran into her and it happened. Like,
Right.
you don't even know her name, no conversation, nothing.
Or considering that there was no real reason for him to cheat at that point, it could just not happen. Like I'm
Yeah.
just
We're past
just
that.
baffled by him
I-
cheating at that
yeah.
point. I'm like, I don't.
Like the build
I
up to
don't-
that scene, like
There's no
I was
build-up.
watching it and I'm like, there's no
Like, there's
reason
no
for
reason.
this.
Yeah, there ain't no reason for it.
There's no reason.
Like you can help her with her little ankle and whatever, and be on your way.
See, it'd have been made more sense if he was with the girl at the bar because
Yes.
they've been dancing together or something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, hey, we've been dancing, and he wasn't even drunk. You can't even
Yeah,
believe
he
Yeah,
it.
ain't
yeah.
drunk enough.
Give him a few drinks. They've been dancing together. She's moving it slowly because you can't be too forward because
Yeah.
then like she was forward.
She was aggressive.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. But it should have been something slower, or they framed him or something. Because I was just like, I don't see anyone unless you're a person that's just
That's
going
just
to
doing
cheat,
that, like Avery.
you know.
Mhm.
If
Like,
Avery
I
I
don't
can
see anyone falling for that at that point on the beach.
not him.
So yeah, but so he does have to tell. I mean, I agree, you know, but you know, he did allow her like, hey, I understand if you need to go, which I agree with him because I'm like, hey, yo, I don't think you can argue, my dude.
Yeah, don't stick around.
Not
Yeah.
after all this. It's kind of more than just the cheating, right? Because
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
there's a
Like,
lot of
if
that.
I'm Abby, like that would be the straw that breaks the camel back because
Yeah.
I just like there's just too much happening.
She got
right
it
now.
eventually.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, she got to it eventually. The straw that
yeah.
Perfect. camel's back.
So, so he has a plan that he figured out
Mhm.
to get his self out of this, and well, he needed to get the files because he wanted to get files to the FBI, so he needed to get
Mhm.
that from the Caymans. Avery was going, and so he sent Secretary Girl, and they usually go snorkeling
Yes.
Mhm.
So she was supposed to get the files while Avery was snorkeling. He made a deal with the FBI to get $1 million
Mm-hmm.
and get his brother out of prison. One flaw in that, I was like, he's like right away, and I'm like, bro, you should have waited until after. And I know I even thought about before things happened. I was like, I don't know if doing it right away, because again, you got to remember the PI guy is his brother's friend, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're going to find out, even without. And it turned out one of the guards at the prison
But they should have found out
was
before
there.
then.
Yeah. But I'm like, even without one of the guards working for the mob, I feel like it's bad look
Mm-hmm.
that, okay, the mob now knows that the FBI has at least tried to talk to you, and then
Mhm.
your brother gets out of prison.
Mhm.
I don't,
Like,
bro.
how did that happen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's red flags.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, that was, at the end, I get why he wanted everything to happen right away. But man, I was like, that's kind of bad look.
I kind of wish we could have got a little bit more on his brother though.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Ray.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Well, he's in
Yes.
prison for manslaughter.
Manslaughter,
Yeah.
Because as far as they said, it was a bar fight.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Okay.
But I think there was another line, and I think his brother was a trained boxer.
Right.
Mm.
Because they said it would have been self-defense otherwise, but since he
If he
was a
wasn't a trained
boxer, I guess you now have deadly weapons involved.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now. Like, okay, I know how to throw a punch.
That is
So
the
what?
law.
So what? You got
Because your
trained. You got
hands-
Well,
trained
so is he supposed to
military
let himself
people
get beat up?
that come back
then?
to America, and I mean
Your
trained
hands
to
get
kill.
registered as a lethal weapon.
But look though,
But so
like
is he
you
supposed to, because my hands are weapons, so can I kick him? Is that fine?
yeah, like
If I
my
don't
feet,
use
my feet
hands,
aren't a weapon.
Is that fine?
Yo, I don't write the law.
But you got trained military operatives that come back to America and operate. There's regular civilians. If they defend themselves with their military training, there's no issue, and they're trained to kill.
I feel like their whole body is a deadly weapon.
So like
it could be.
that
Yeah.
that don't make sense to me. I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
little weird. But I mean, it kind of makes sense. It falls in line with how the law works. So his brother's in prison for something he probably shouldn't have been in prison for.
True.
Definitely for 6
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
So it's like, but yo, boy, what was his name? Terrence,
Terrence
no.
was the FBI.
FBI agent. Yeah,
Yeah.
So he got him caught up because he
Yeah.
recorded him saying, you know, yeah, I'm.
That was,
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was funny though.
That was
going
smart.
in on him.
So Mitch wore a wire when talking to the
Mhm.
FBI to
Mhm.
catch the FBI saying that you were basically illegally,
Mhm.
put him in prison.
Then he got him to say his name,
Yeah.
and, I
And
was
so,
like,
now we
all right,
have
now
it
you
on
caught
record.
up.
So
Yeah.
now, if this ever goes to court, I have on record of you saying it doesn't matter if you did nothing, I will put you in prison anyway.
mhm, like I own your life, basically.
Yeah. So bro, I don't think it's gonna fly anymore.
You're like,
So-
I think you might want to reconsider.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, all right then.
So he gets the money from the FBI. His brother gets out, and then he puts his plan into motion, which at the end of the day, I think was pretty interesting.
It was a good plan.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
I was wondering how he was going to get away from the mob, but the way he did it, I think, was interesting. One, there was a bit of a wrench because Avery didn't go diving, so his wife found out about that because Avery came up,
Which
hitting
is
on his
very
wife.
weird and strange.
Well, Avery's been trying to
Yeah,
get
he's been
into
trying to
his
get at
wife
her, like,
for the longest.
since the
but it's
beginning,
like, I
basically.
heard you getting a divorce. You should come to Caymans with me.
Yo,
Mhm.
I
yeah.
like working with someone not Gene.
He admitted that it was crazy. He admitted
He's
that.
just like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot because
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
with him
like,
anymore,
yeah.
so I'm a need.
You're like, hey, I can give you marriage advice. And you're like, all right, well,
You can give me marital advice.
He said, I take rejection well. So, like, hey, whatever happens, happens. If you say no, all right, at least I tried. But then she says, no, good day. And then she runs away from him.
She did. Run.
She runs. She was like,
I
no,
was
you
like,
have a good day.
I was like, why did she
Like,
run?
Yeah, I was like, why did she run? Like, it just looks
Real
off,
suspicious.
But,
But she does go to the Caymans
Mm.
because she found out that Avery wasn't going to go diving. So the secretary, what was her name?
that's a good question.
Tam. I wanted to say Tammy. Was it
Okay.
Tammy?
I believe it was Tammy.
Yeah. So Tammy wouldn't have the opportunity to go in there. So
Yeah.
now you have Abby there they drugged him and hopefully used that, to use that time to get the files.
Mhm.
Bad thing is that she called Tammy on with the condo phone, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Which
Yeah.
you already knew if they bugged your
It's
house,
tapped.
you didn't think they bugged the condo?
yeah. I was just like, you could have called her from. You could have, like, if you were carrying the boxes down to her, you could have walked down there and knocked on the door and talked to her face to face.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't make any sense. Like, why didn't you call this girl?
True enough.
So now the firm knows and they're sending their enforcers to go take, but they don't know it's Abby. They
Right.
know there's a woman there
Mm-hmm.
that had drugged Avery. Avery does find out about it eventually, and it turns out Avery's just like
He's
not
He-
so
he's
bad.
not a horrible guy.
Yeah, he's not a.
The way I see it is he probably was just like Tom Cruise
Mhm.
in this, just like Mitch.
Mhm.
And he just, the firm sucked him in with all the pay and all this good stuff, and then as it turns out, as they say, after a couple of years they let you know you're working for the mob, and then it's like, well,
You're stuck.
You're
What
stuck
do you
now.
do?
Like the guy on the bench said, like, yeah,
Yeah.
you've been here for a couple of years. The kids are in private school. Like now you're
Mhm.
used to the good life, and you kind of just go along with it. Like I feel like that's what
well,
happened to Avery.
because I mean, I'll have to admit, if I would have been out well before this.
Mhm.
But if I was there and it's been a couple of years that I've been working at this firm, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, what am I going to do? If I do something, I'm going to die.
Right.
Yeah.
So you might as well keep on living the good life and basically
Hope
go
for the
along
best,
with
yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
tell
Yeah,
you
right.
to
As
do.
long as you're going along with everything, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically.
So, I mean, I feel for him a little bit. He does get killed, but they kind of knew that it was going to happen.
So they said he drowned in his tub, right?
Yeah, I had a question. Did he kill himself?
Yeah,
or
did he
they
kill himself or
him?
did they do it?
They killed him.
They killed him.
They killed him. Okay.
Okay.
Because I feel like he knew it was coming. He kind of just was like,
Yeah,
all
I
right, hey,
just
this what it
wonder
is.
If he was just like,
If I was him, I would have been like, man, can y'all just shoot me or something? Why do you gotta drown my dude, man? Like,
yeah,
Honestly, if I knew it was coming like that, I probably would have killed myself. Like
Fair
I'm
enough.
just gonna get the least amount of pain or whatever. I would shoot myself in the head or whatever.
yeah.
Like I don't want y'all coming through here torturing me.
Right.
like-
Because that's
Like,
what's going to come.
Yeah, that's what's gonna
It's
come.
like
They're
you know you're
torture
going to
me.
die, but it's like they're not going to make it quick.
Yeah, they ain't gonna make it quick and easy.
Yeah, I feel like at the state he was in, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him either. I wouldn't be surprised if he drowned himself in his tub.
well,
Which,
okay.
there's better ways to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's better ways than
Yeah,
drowning
that's what I'm
yourself, but
saying. I don't want to
Mm.
drown.
Yeah.
You know?
maybe he like I don't know, drunk, got himself really drunk or something. Was like, I'm just gonna chill in this tub.
Yeah. You know what? Drink a bunch of alcohol and then like just cut something and just let yourself bleed out. I don't know. I mean, you would bleed out easier.
Yeah, I would think so,
Yeah.
but like he was on the downward spiral apparently, and he what did he say? He was like, whatever they was gonna do, they did it a long time.
Yeah,
ago.
like they already.
yeah,
did
they
it.
already did it. Or something like
So
that.
basically, he's like, I'm dead already.
It's a
Mhm.
done deal.
yeah.
But they were able to get some of the files they needed. They needed to get something off of Avery's computer though, because they didn't have any numbers on the documents or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But at the same time, that's when the firm got the facts that his brother was out of prison. So now Tom Cruise has to run,
Mhm.
which he's always running. And
Mhm.
He's always running.
Yeah.
Like when Abby left the house and he
Yeah,
was running, I'm
that
like,
was the first
that's
scene
that
where
classic.
he ran, and
Yeah.
it's
That
Tom
classic Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
First of all, I was like, she's not running fast enough for Tom Cruise
She's
to
not.
be.
He was in full sprint.
Yeah.
I'm like, he caught up with her. He's gonna catch up with her real quick.
She
Mhm.
got
They had to-
tired. he was still in full sprint.
They had to give her like a 3-block head start.
If
'Cause
you
the
pay
way he was
attention,
coming
if you pay
out.
attention, he passed her. He passed her, and he was waiting for her to get there. Like, come on. That's classic Tom
yeah,
Cruise
so
on
Tom
the
Cruise
run.
is on the run. I guess when you're talking about anticlimactic stuff, him being chased by the enforcers
Yeah,
for
like, it just wasn't- it was just-
Like when he jumped out that window and he jumped on that truck,
With the
Yeah.
cop-
it was mad anti-climactic. I'm like, that was so easy. Like, it was
First of
so
all,
soft.
how'd you know that was there?
Well, remember when they
were
walked by
arguing.
initially, he was
Mm.
like, "Hey, you got to move your truck or something."
Yeah.
Not that.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey,
They
this
set
ain't
it
your
up.
something.
Okay.
They
Yeah, so
set it
yeah,
up.
it was set up. But yeah, he jumped out the
What
window.
if they
was like,
had
"Oh."
moved the truck though? Like this movie would have ended earlier.
Yeah,
Like,
if
they
the truck
actually moved
moved.
the truck. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like, that would have been
Like, oh man, they moved it.
him and his briefcase and everything just spilled out over this alley. Oh, that would have been funny, but
that would have been funny.
but when
But
he
no,
took
what
off
was
running,
climactic was him, like they were in that abandoned building or whatever.
Mhm.
The one guy gets shot by the other enforcer because he sees the
Because he sees
shadow
the
with the
shadow.
briefcase and he's like, I got you. And he shoots. So he shoots his partner. And then the other guy just gets beat up by Tom Cruise's briefcase. And I'm like, what?
I was wondering, like, was that the plan? Like, were you planning on him to think that the other
But
guy
how
was you
would
and shoot
know
him?
that, though?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
You
how could you
wouldn't
plan that? I feel like that was like random. He was like, oh,
No,
cool,
that
he
was
shot
definitely
him.
random. I don't think that was planned.
Yeah, I don't think he planned that. Then dude,
I don't
came
think
in
he
and-
planned to beat the guy with the briefcase either. Honestly, their gun was there. After I got him down on the ground and hit him, I would have picked
I
the
would've
gun
picked
up.
the gun and shot him. Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely would have shot him. If
Yeah.
this is self-defense, it's
Yeah,
still
easily.
because
He was shot.
if I run, he is going to get back up and try to kill me.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
So
Yeah.
yeah, self-defense.
I'm for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. But when they found out, like he got that phone call, he was like, hey, look, they know you gotta get out of there. And he took off running. Like it was so like I was like,
Mhm.
it was like,
Well, because I feel like at no point did I ever think like,
I'm like,
oh
come
no,
on, bro.
they're gonna catch him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like at the end of the day, like he's gonna get away and everything's gonna be fine.
Well, you know, how does he get away? I guess. is
Yeah,
the-
but they didn't build up the mean.
He didn't
anticipation
even
for that.
run after him. Like, I mean, he's a heavy guy. So I figured he probably not gonna run.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you know, it was just
Well, they didn't expect him to jump out a window
they did not. It
onto
was
the
like,
truck that wasn't.
like, hey, Mitch, you have a seat. He grabbed a chair and threw it at the window. Then he jumps out and lands on his cotton truck. Was that what that was?
Like, what is that?
Yeah,
Is
a
that how
cotton
we
truck.
get
Why are you over here? Like, what are you doing? Like, ain't no
In the
cotton
middle of the
processing.
city. Yeah.
Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing over here with all this cotton?
Yeah,
Yeah, is that
Where,
how
is there a
we-
factory somewhere,
Right.
bro?
next to the lawyer office?
Exactly. Yeah,
There's
right. There's a
factory.
cotton manufacturing. They got Urbans over there, and they manufacturing T-shirts and whatnot. He just pulled into the wrong
And
alley.
then I don't know. It probably still hurt falling on all that.
It could.
I don't think it did. It sounded really soft, like butter
It's
soft.
cotton. Like, when is cotton not soft?
That's true. I'm not about it not being soft. How high was he?
I
I don't know.
I mean, like certain height, nothing's soft.
True.
True enough.
True that. True that. If water is like concrete
That is true.
at a certain
Well, water's got the
Uh,
surface tension. That
Yeah, I don't
causes
know.
a
Yeah, I don't
problem.
think cotton has
True.
that.
No, it doesn't.
Nah. But have you ever been hit really hard with a pillow?
Yeah.
It hurts. It does. It's that
Yeah.
impact. That
It
impact.
hurts. Yeah. So I don't know, but I don't think he was high enough to get
Okay.
that kind of impact.
But he walks into because the mob from Chicago came down,
Mhm.
and so he goes to their office to talk to them. And this I didn't see coming at all. I
I
didn't.
thought that was good.
Yeah. So his plan, this whole time you're thinking his plan is to somehow get the mob, right?
Mm.
But no, basically he's taking down the firm and the firm only. And because the firm was regularly overbilling all their clients
Mm.
and sending stuff through the mail with it, it's mail fraud.
Mhm.
So he used that to take down the firm. Like, okay, they're breaking the law here, and based on how much they've done it, it becomes a huge thing, right?
Mhm.
The same way they took down Al Capone, right?
Yeah.
So he does that, and then he tells basically the mob, like, hey, none of this is about your business. It's the firm, and I just need you, because you're a client of the firm, to sign off on this.
Yep.
And that's what we're doing. And everything that you about is protected by a client attorney privilege. Yeah.
Mhm.
So like, I'm not going to talk to anybody. It's a long shot. And I think it's kind of like a 50-50 shot that they don't kill you anyway. But honestly,
It makes sense. But then he did say, like, all those copies he was making, he didn't send it to the FBI. Basically, he was like, look, I have your stuff. And as long as I'm alive, no one knows your dirt.
Yeah.
But if you kill me, this stuff I have basically said is at sea, and it will stay at sea
Yeah.
as long as I stay alive. Smart.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's basically like, one, they have no reason to kill him
Right.
at this point. It's like, I'm bound by attorney-client privilege. I can't tell your secrets. And as long as you don't decide to kill me like you was killing everybody else, your secrets will never get out.
Yeah. I mean, kind of a smart plan because, like we said in the beginning, he was in a rock and a hard place. There's really no good choice for him here. And
Yeah.
I mean, this was that one abstract thing that he could use, which, hey, good idea. And
True
basically, that was the end. He gave the $750,000 to his
Yeah.
brother,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and his brother ran off with Tammy,
Yes.
and then his wife came back. I mean, I guess traumatizing situations could
It did
put
get
you
worse.
back.
I mean, for her to go down there and do that for him, though, like,
Yeah.
with
Like,
Avery,
I
mean,
obviously-
no, I get
obviously
that.
she ain't
I
let
get
go.
that.
I get that, yeah.
Like, I get her helping him, but I've been like, at the end of the day, we're still done.
So even after all that, so
Because
you
it's
go
like-
you go through all that.
Because you don't want him to die. Because, like, okay, we're just going through this. So, like, I still love you. I do
Mhm.
not want you to die, especially not how they was killing people.
Mhm.
But
But
I
you
would
gonna
have to-
leave in the hopes that eventually you won't love him anymore.
I think you have, like, after everything he put her through,
Mhm.
honestly, I think she's better off.
Leaving.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Okay, I
again,
think he thought
as I
that too.
said, he should have left this place well before it
I
was
think
too
she's
deep.
better off. Like, you do what you need to do because
That
you don't want to
first
see
meeting.
him hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah,
still
that
feel like
first
at the
meeting,
same
no
thing,
doubt.
nothing changed. I still need to think about this relationship and everything you did. It does not forget the fact. Even when Avery told her it was a setup, I'm like, that doesn't make it better. Because he
Yeah, it
still
don't.
had
He-
a
he
choice.
Yeah,
still
he
made the
didn't know it
decision.
was a
Yeah, he
setup.
still
You
made the
could have, if
decision.
it was a
Yeah.
setup, as in, like you said, where they planted somebody there and took pictures where nothing really happened,
Yeah.
Mhm.
then that makes it better.
Right.
Mhm.
But
he still
he's like, he fell for
did
your
what he
setup
did, yeah.
quite easily, mind you.
Easily, like, he still
Like,
he did not
decided-
fight at all. He didn't like, no, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, he just
it was one of those, no,
let it happen.
don't, please, oh,
no,
yeah,
please.
yeah,
Oh, you
like-
want me to unzip? All right, good. All right. Anyway, so yeah, no, don't please, don't get on top of me.
Like, oh no,
It was
I'm
just-
married. Like, come on.
He didn't mention that at all.
Bro, yeah,
Didn't even mention her.
yeah.
Right. All right. That's
Yeah,
your-
I'm
so-
still baffled by that.
That's your
scene.
vibe.
I'm
I'm
so
like,
baffled.
Bro, like that's not even like this. This is not even like the pinnacle of temptation and pressure. Like it's not even
No.
that. It really ain't. Like all you
Right.
did was help her with her ankle. She says some.
If it was like, oh, there
Wasn't
was
nothing
there was
like
somebody
mental
that
bottling or
spent
nothing
their
like that.
whole time with us while we were in the
Exactly.
Caymans and
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
No,
and then like
Yeah.
you know,
no, you didn't even know this girl's name.
it was
Yeah.
just random.
Like there ain't no like maybe it's. I don't
So
know,
no,
maybe-
I
maybe
agree. I
I'm-
agree with Darby.
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 Darby is next week.
Sorry, I agree with Darby. That like, yeah, no, I think she should still leave.
Yeah, like she should still leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I dig it.
But that was it. That's the firm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any
Gene. No, not Gene Hackman. His character Avery.
Mm-hmm.
Now remember he had mentioned something about the them charges, like when he was like, if you're thinking about a client, I don't care if you're shaving or this, that, and the other,
Yeah.
you charging them hours. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that's how them hours get racked up. But then he got with that black guy. I don't know. I don't remember his name at all.
The black guy?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
black dude. He was.
That's
officer.
when he
Oh,
started
the
saying
one
about
who
them.
was complaining about
Yeah.
the bill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
like, you didn't spend all these hours on my case or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, it's $10,000 the fine or something per instance, and then however many.
Mhm.
That's how much years you get in prison or
Mhm.
whatever. And that's when that came up. But obviously, this is how they do things.
Mhm.
And even his client was like, yeah, they've been doing it like this for years.
Mhm.
I'm like, all right, so why are you just now complaining about this then? If you know they've been doing
Right.
this for
Yeah,
years,
like,
why are you
wouldn't you
just now complaining about this?
Complain to
Yeah, I
the
would
lawyer
complain.
board or something.
Yeah, like they've been doing this for years, and you just
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
hey
Like-
man, you overcharging me.
yeah,
like,
like,
I feel like I'm not gonna pay a bill because I've been looking like, why this bill so much?
yeah,
Like I'm calling somebody.
like I'm gonna holler at somebody, but he said
Yeah.
they've been doing this for years. I'm like, and you're just now talking to me about it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
but I guess it was needed for the movie, but
Yeah, but it's a little
Yeah.
ridiculous.
it is. I agree.
All right. Random movie facts.
Random movie facts.
Random movie facts. Movie facts.
Okay. So Halle Berry auditioned for the role of the girl on the
Oh,
beach.
beach lady.
That would make more sense. That That would have made so much more sense.
Why? Okay, but still, I don't care. No, I
The
don't
girl
care
on
how-
the beach was good looking too.
I don't
though.
care how
She was
attractive she
Halle
was.
Berry.
Still
93?
good looking.
No, but I don't.
Okay,
Still,
yeah.
I don't care how attractive she
93
was.
Halle
It
Berry?
wasn't. It wasn't a situation where you just
Yeah.
go.
I agree with you, but if she looked like Halle Berry,
Okay,
you
okay.
would look
Morally,
like
no. Morally, no matter who it was.
No,
it's
I'm not
no.
even
But-
talking about that. I'm saying like, okay, Halle Berry, attractive, yes.
Mhm.
Wearing the same thing Beach Lady was wearing in the same situation. Is it just a oh my gosh, and I just like jump
no,
in?
I'm saying
Like it's not that.
makes
No.
more sense. If
No.
1993 Halle Berry from like Boomerang Halle Berry.
I don't.
Like you feel like I can see how
I
you look
still
at this
need
girl
it
and
to
be
be
like,
more.
Yeah,
I
I
still
still
need
need to be
more.
more. I don't agree with it. No.
Because again, you see attractive people everywhere. If you're
Yes.
just ready to jump
That's true,
in
that's
because
true.
she's
Like,
attractive,
like
that's-
beauty is kind of a given. Like
Yeah.
if you're attracted to somebody, you're attracted. It don't matter who they are.
I mean, yeah, it could make it
So-
easier for you.
Yeah, it can make it easy.
Like, okay, fine, but it
but it
that
doesn't
easy?
it doesn't justify like
If it's
No.
that easy,
Nah.
you're just a cheater.
yeah,
Like-
yeah, that's just who you are, bro.
Right.
Like you are Avery
I still think it makes more sense if it was Halle Berry.
to the audience,
To the
but
audience,
like
it
to,
makes
for the
sense.
story,
But it
no.
still doesn't make any sense. There's nothing that leads up to that.
Right.
But I just feel like to the audience, if it was Halle Berry, you'd be like, oh,
Like,
okay.
oh, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
Abby should take him back.
no, Abby needs to run far, far away.
No. Well, again, we said with Abby, it was more than just the cheating. Because even the one thing, if it was just him cheating, like,
Yeah.
you know, I think she could probably get past that. But, like, I don't know.
I don't know,
This,
not a random
this
girl on the
whole
beach.
situation is.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling it from the point that he got the offer.
Yeah.
She was like, why?
Yeah.
Why are they giving you this much
It doesn't
money?
make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah,
just,
none of it
if
made
it's
sense.
too good to be true,
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
is.
it's like it probably is.
There's something wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's like they're a law firm with only 41 lawyers, but they gave you the biggest and best offer. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. It's like yeah, something told them to come after you,
Yeah.
not because you're the top 5%. I'm like, there's still somebody better than you. Then,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like, why are they putting all this effort into getting you?
Okay. Some of them we already covered, but this was based off of a book by John Grisham.
Yep.
In the book, there's a difference between the ending. He actually ended up stealing $10 million from the firm. And him, Abby, Tammy, and his brother stays in the Caymans off that 10 mil.
Oh, he should have did that
Yeah.
because that's the firm's money. That's not the
That's
mob's
that's
money.
the firm's
Right.
money.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I'm not
Then-
stealing from the mob, but the firm, especially
Firm
with
is
their
like-
crappy enforcers.
Yeah. And then 10 mil in 93?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, he should have did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have
Yeah.
been a good move.
Mm-hmm.
Abby might have stuck around.
For 10 million.
No, I don't think she. No,
Millie.
no.
Remember, she's already
she was
rich.
already rich.
Yeah, she'll probably go to the island though. She didn't know what she was gonna do after she went to her parents' house. What you gonna do after that?
Marry a rich guy who's probably gonna become a senator or something.
You guaranteed
That sounds worse, to be honest.
Yeah, the senator. How many cases
True.
they got on?
But
them?
like, what else is she gonna do? They
And
in
then,
Boston.
as if you're gonna marry a senator and he's not gonna cheat on you. Yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
he's probably already doing it.
But at least
You're,
he would
you're
know
probably
her
the
name.
mistress.
At least he would know her name.
Would he though?
He would.
He'd
Yeah.
probably get her name
It's
mixed
'cause
up with
it's
all the
gonna
other
be
girls he
an
was cheating with.
He
No, that's Rosa. Oh wait, no, Rosa's from Florida. So I don't think that's
Okay,
better at
so
all.
I do have a few nitpicks that we didn't already cover. We covered some, but not all of them.
Okay.
So number one, I feel like this plot is kind of dumb
Yes.
because it is not illegal to be the mob's lawyer,
No.
right?
Right.
The mob needs a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the
That's-
FBI didn't have a standing.
That's not illegal. So here's my thing about this firm. All right, so they was also doing tax fraud and money laundering.
Mhm.
Why not be upfront that we are lawyers from the mob, take it or leave it,
Mhm.
and then only a handful of the partners know about all the illegal stuff that you're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, why rope in a dozen people? Like, oh, now you're, in our crime ring. Why?
Mhm.
It doesn't make any sense. Also, stop killing people. That only draws attention to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Like,
that's
think
what
about it.
made Mitch start questioning things in the first
They
place.
can't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They can't talk.
Yeah, I mean, with the with the lawyers getting killed his first day at work.
Yeah. Like, dude,
Mhm.
come on. So it just doesn't make any sense. Being the lawyers to the mob is not illegal. So be upfront with that. keep all your other stuff so that way only Lamar and Avery and them knows what else is happening, and no one else knows, and they think they're just going to work every day.
Right, because you're talking about like a tax lawyer. So basically, they're advising them on how to do their taxes legally,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
in order, to handle their businesses, whatever it
Yeah.
may be. Right, that's not illegal, right? I
Right.
mean,
Yeah,
you're just their lawyer.
Everybody deserves representation.
exactly. So that's the whole thing. Like this whole thing, just the whole plot is dumb.
That's a
But-
good point.
Yeah. Okay. So what was I at? So at some point, the firm realized something up is up with Avery because Abby made a phone call from his room, and so they had been calling him all night. I don't know, Abby. Unplug the phone. Unplug the phone. Give yourself more time. The phone doesn't wake up Avery. By the time he wakes up, he's probably just about to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, Abby, unplug the phone. We're using landlines, so
Yeah.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, that's simple.
Okay. Wait, hold on. There was one I skipped. Where is it? Oh, okay. So someone has to explain to me. So basically, Mitch was able to get them because they were overbilling people. So they had 2 records: one with the actual time that they spent, one that they sent the client.
Mm-hmm.
Why keep 2 records?
That's true.
Why not just pad your time?
Yeah.
Right? You're sending the client the extra bill anyways. So even if you only work 28, just say you worked the 33 you were going to charge the client.
Yeah.
You didn't actually have to work that 33. You didn't anyways.
You're the one
Like-
making the
Right,
records.
plus, they don't have any way of verifying that. So, like,
Yeah, so why have 2 sets of records? Just tell everyone, hey, add an extra 2 hours for every project you work on.
mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then you never get found out for that.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I don't understand why they just
Yeah,
pad your
I
time.
don't get it either. Maybe it's just for movie reference, like so we know. that it's
Maybe.
not accurate. Something, I don't know.
Maybe. I just feel like if I'm going to lie about the amount of time I work on something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep the truth hidden over here,
Exactly.
so that you can find it.
Yeah.
Just make it all believable.
Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so last one. This is kind of dumb. So his middle initial, his name is Mitchell Y. McDeer.
Uh-huh.
What does the Y stand for? Like, how many male names starts with Y?
True.
Yukon.
Joseph with the Y.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice his middle initial was
His
Y.
Y is weird.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't.
like,
I
what
didn't
is
catch that either.
Yavin.
Why?
Yavin.
Yavin? I come to see if they give it in the book.
Oh, why? Yeah, why? Why? That's an odd. That's an odd.
It's
letter to choose.
odd, right?
A Z would have been better.
Yeah.
Yvettes.
For a guy?
Yep.
Mitchell Yvette.
Yvette.
McDeer. That would be sad. I would just be like, just give me my first and last name. Don't even mention the middle.
Nah, he gotta have his full is legal. You gotta have your full name on those stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey, you know what I don't like when people like their name's Yvonne, but they're like Yvonne.
Yavin.
They say Yvonne.
It's like,
Yeah. They're like, yeah,
that's
not
not-
your name.
no, it's Yvonne.
Hey man, they pronounce it how they want to pronounce
I
it.
mean, yeah, I guess so. But okay.
Yvonne.
That was my last one.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so then we're gonna rate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like I'm gonna be different than everybody here.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this. I pay for that. I enjoy watching it.
You know what's weird?
Yeah.
Watching it, I was like, this is a watch for fun and clothes. But like, the more we talked about it, I'm like, maybe I didn't dislike this movie as much as I thought. Like, as we were discussing the movie, I'm like, oh, maybe I liked it more than I thought.
Really? That's what you got from it?
From our discussion that we just had, yeah, I thought we brought up some good points.
Really? I thought that you didn't like it.
Why is everybody's voice getting higher?
That's what happened.
like both of y'all just keep getting higher.
Right. It did.
Did you really?
I don't know why that happened. It was random. It was really random, but it's true.
Because he had high pitch with me.
So you get high pitch back. 2 wrongs don't make it right.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm on the fence about this because I feel like watching it is very 1980s. It's a little slow. It is way too long.
It's definitely too long.
It's definitely too long. The
It's
movie's
definitely-
too long.
Yeah.
Definitely too long.
Yeah, but it's like I was bored. But it's like when we're talking about it, I was like, oh, there's good points in this movie.
Yeah. Maybe because I was watching it on a plane.
Yeah,
I-
maybe.
I was like, this is
Yeah,
great.
I don't know. I'm still gonna give it a watch before folding clothes, but I definitely think my rating has moved up since we talked about it.
Okay, I was gonna go with watch my Folding Clothes. 'Cause I watched this movie like 3 times because I had to. But the first time I watched it, I fell asleep. I woke up, I'm like, still? Where the credits at? Like I was expecting it to be like back on the menu. Choose what you want to watch. Like it was still up. I'm like, all right. So I watched it a second time. See if I can keep up with it. Fell asleep again. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch it in the living room. So I'm not in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting up and everything. I'm like, all right. So I caught more when I watched it in the living room. But definitely got to give it a watch while folding clothes for me.
All right.
I thought it was cool, but a little slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my reasoning as well. It's a watch while folding clothes. It was just too long and slow.
Way too long.
Yeah, because when I saw that it was 2 hours and 34 minutes, I was like, for a movie in 1993?
I did go, oh, like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it could have been about a half an hour shorter.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
At the
definitely,
very least.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so then that's a watch while folding clothes from 3D Rivals.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the first movie in our 3D Rivals at the bar.
At the bar. Double entendre, remember.
Yes.
Mhm.
How did you guys enjoy your old fashions?
I thought it was
It
good.
was good.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
good.
it's
pretty
gone,
good.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, don't know if everybody else can tell we enjoyed our old fashions. Probably, considering the Mickey Mouse talk we had. That being said, if you haven't watched The Firm or you have watched it, let us know what you thoughts. Let us know what you thought in the comments below.
That's
Leave
the
a like,
old-fashioned.
subscribe to the channel, or follow us wherever you listen to your podcast, and we will see you at the bar.